Yep. So we're back for another episode of Range, Returns, and Real Estate. And I have a special guest here today. My sister,
Hi.
the LT,
You know you
LaTwana
started
Taylor.
that, right?
Yeah, I know.
That the
The
LT. That's
LT.
crazy.
You
Love that.
gotta show
Love
some
that.
emphasis there. Gotta show. But no, she came out to join us today.
Yes.
I invited her out because I wanted not only to spend some time with her, but also to highlight your book. Okay.
Thank you.
So before we kind of get into that, how was your experience today? How did you feel about it?
Man, so I had an amazing time. Overall, my time was absolutely amazing. It was such a good time for sure. Thank you guys for doing this and
Of
for
course.
inviting me. This was incredible. And I hope that more people really get the importance of gun safety.
With that being said, so prayers
Yeah.
for a single.
Prayers for the single girl who's just trying to function.
Yes.
That is I.
Yes.
I am it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I actually have interviewed her before on my
Yes.
previous podcast about her previous book,
Yes.
Pearls from Mama, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Pearls from Mama.
Pearls from Mama. So she's a multi-time
Come on.
author,
Come on.
okay?
Steady growing. Let's
Yeah,
go.
You are. So tell me what led you to write this book, because I understood the
Yeah.
first one, like that was near and dear,
for
but
sure,
this
for
one
sure.
was different.
Yeah, so the first one, as you mentioned, it was about me losing my mom. It was about grief, right, and how to properly grieve, right. But the second one was grief in another way, right. It was grief through heartbreak. There wasn't anything out there for women who are after God's heart, right, and who just need to be vulnerable with the Lord. And I wanted to give that space for somebody to be able to just dig into some real vulnerable prayers and then be able to have their own space to write their own prayers about it. And so that's where prayers for the single girl who's just trying to function came. Because honestly, we're all out here, we're all wanting the same thing, love and, deep connection, but also with the favor of the Lord. So that's why I wrote it.
No, it was so amazing. Someone's unhealed son.
I mean,
yeah. Hey, no.
and-
The truth is, no,
Yeah.
I know she did not mean that.
No,
She just,
not like that, because I love the woman who created
yeah.
that man, but
Yeah, that's just the fact. These are just the facts. Sometimes we're not all healed. With that being said,
Yes.
So the thing that I've loved so much about this time around, right? This was a really great example of God works all the things together for
my
our
God,
good,
yes,
right?
100%.
Because I've watched how many women have been touched by your book that you never write if you don't go through the experience, right?
Because how will you know, right? Until you've actually experienced it yourself. And yeah, this was sure while it was happening, it didn't feel good, right? Heartbreak doesn't feel good in any capacity, but to know that I had to go through that so that somebody else could learn and somebody else could watch my story and know that I didn't slander. I didn't go to Facebook. I didn't go to Instagram. I deal with myself, right? Because the things that I could have done differently and or healed from, right? And so I think that's super important. You got to know how to grieve properly, regardless of what kind of grief that it is, whether it's heartbreak or whether it's coming from actually physically losing someone. So it's important to heal at all costs.
No,
For sure.
absolutely. And she's telling the truth. I was about to say, I see you weekly, sometimes 3 and 4 times a week, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And so if you know anything about LT, she has an air of royalty to her when she's around. She's going to deny it, but she does that. She has like an air of royalty. And so
That's big.
watching her go through in real time, go through
Yeah.
the heartbreak, but still people not even know, right?
Man.
And not even truly know. So
Yeah.
I commend you
Thank you.
for first holding it together and then being transparent on the backside, like,
Right.
no, I go through things.
100%. 100%. And I appreciate that. I do want to just call you out here because not a lot of people did know that I was going through something, but Warren actually did. He was a person that I confided in while I was going through a lot of this stuff. But that is also a testament to like making sure you have good people around you, right? That can give you godly wisdom, that can give you real street stuff too. Like, hey, this is just reality, right? And I appreciate you for being that for me. But I want to just circle that to say it's so important who you have around you. Your circle matters, right?
Yes.
Not people who are just like, keeping you in that state of unhealthiness, but also wanting you to pull you out of that. And so that was super kind of you during that time to be there for me, you and Missy. So I love that. I love you guys for that, for sure.
Being that you did have to go through that transparent season, you had to go through it. Like you said, once again, I'd watched you in real time go through it. What kind of mindset shift was that for you, first going through it and then having to write
Yeah,
through it and write about your experiences.
for sure. I think one of the things that, not immediately, but afterwards, I realized I have to be content with where I'm at right now, right? So Paul talks about it in Philippians 4:11, I believe, through 13. And he says, I know the secret. And the secret is to be content. Whether I have everything I want, whether I'm rich, whether I'm poor, whether I got a boo or whether I don't, right? I got to learn to be content with what I have. And I think that's where I'm at now. I'm in a space of, hey, whatever's for me is going to chase me down. All right. I don't have to like do anything extra to make sure that I go get the thing. I don't have to manipulate. I don't have to like go chasing, things that may not even be for me, right? I just know that I'm going to be content with where I am right now, and it'll come for me.
No, I love that. It's once again, it's because I have a little insider knowledge, but I know you write to get things
Oh my
out.
goodness, yes.
So I know the book is like you literally pouring out your soul.
Yes, it is. And I will tell you this, there's a lot of prayers in here that I struggled with even publishing because they are so personal to me. They were literally written in tears and crying like, Lord, you're gonna have to do something because this is tough. And so, yeah, they're vulnerable but they're meant to be that way, right? Because I think that's the thing is we try to hide from God or we try to hide from the outside world. And yeah, it's fine to have some discretion, but also you can't have discretion with the Lord. You got to let all that out, right? So that he can truly get down to the root of what needs to be healed, what needs to be dug up and replanted, right? So I love the fact that it is vulnerable. But it took a lot of courage, I'll say, from me to let that all hang out like that.
I can imagine.
After the fact.
I can 100% imagine how transparent it was, how difficult it was. So when you're those deep dark times that nobody knows about, right?
Yeah.
So if you're talking to a person that's in that season or a woman that's in that season and she's having to wait it out through that season, what's one thing that you could share to help with that?
Yeah, there's a few things. One is, like I mentioned before, it's really important who you have around you. That community, that, trusted friend, godly wisdom is also very important. So making sure you have like a mentor, right? To kind of help you through those thoughts. But secondly, make sure you're good with you, right? Because you got to date you. You have to be good for someone else eventually. But right now, where are you? Okay. I think a lot of times we tend to look so far to the future that we're not even looking at what's needed right now and what the Lord has already told you to do that maybe you weren't so obedient to do, right?
Yeah.
And so we're looking too forward when we really should be looking where we are right now, going back to the, being content with where you are right now.
Yeah.
If it's for you, I promise you it's going to be for you. And you'll get it.
Man, that's good. Well, I feel like you preaching at me like, like, ooh, that's a word. But, so after going through your book, so I did not mention this earlier. This is an interactive book. This isn't
Very
just
much
like
so.
pure reading
Yeah.
from cover to cover. This is, you have to do some work in order to get through it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what's one thing that you want people to take away from the book, or multiple things, or whatever the case may be that you want them to take away from your book?
One of the things I love about this journal is that, like you mentioned, it's interactive. You don't just read it cover to cover. It is mainly however you're feeling in that moment, you find a prayer that resonates with you for whatever season you're in, for whatever you're thinking through, right? And you read the prayer, you go through the prompts, you write your own prayer. I even have a playlist in the back of the journal that you can listen to while you're doing your journal time. It was some of the songs that actually helped me get through heartbreak. It helped me get through writing this journal. So yeah, it's not, you just sit back and like read about my life. No, you read about the things that you are actually currently going through. And the titles are super cool. They're super dope. I think I can say that. It's my journal. I did it. It's fine, whatever. But they're really, really cool. I have one called So Anxious, Not Genuine. I have one called That's Not Yours. I have one called London Bridges Are Falling Down. There's so many different ones and you can kind of infer what those are, right? But I love it and I really think that people would enjoy it. But yes, you got to do the work for sure.
Okay, understood. Well, tell the people how they can find the book
Yep.
and find you. And it'll be down in the description.
Yes.
But Tell the people.
Absolutely. Okay, so first of all, you can definitely follow me on Instagram at Texas Bella Marie or at just Tryna, TRYNA_function. And then you can get the book at my website, LaTwanaMarie.com.
No, thank you so much.
Of course,
sis.
thank
I
you.
appreciate you. And until next time, y'all be good. Make sure to go follow, like, subscribe, do all the things that we tell you to do. And that check the description. Until next time, peace.